Hello, Capricorn, and welcome to Sacred Rainbow Intuitive Guidance Readings. This is Tara, and today's reading is for Capricorn's current love energies for Sun, Moon, and Rising for March of 2020. And the messages received in this reading are guided by Spirit and is intended for your highest good at the moment you're watching this reading. So not all messages are for everyone. Take what resonates with you and then let go of the rest. And for those of you that are cross watchers, be sure to check out my other videos to get a more in-depth reading for this month. And if you enjoy this reading, please let me know by commenting below, hitting the like button, and subscribing to my channel so you can keep up to date on my latest videos. Now let's get started with Capricorn's love reading for March 2020. And I'm going to go ahead and start with the Wisdom of the Oracle card deck. And I'm going to ask Spirit, what is your person's current energy? What are they thinking about? Okay. And this card popped out. And we have breathe. And she's like floating there on like a lily pad or something with the lotus. Breathe. Looks like they're just taking the time right now to kind of be in meditation and focusing on their inner self. What else do we have? Here and now. Right. They're taking their time. They're focusing on what they want for themselves. They are not looking at the past or looking at the future. As you can see here in the card. They're creating, they have manifested a new seed for themselves and created this egg, and they're now finally like wanting to emerge, open this door and kind of crack that egg and just be here in this moment, be here in the now. And it's also about balancing themselves, balancing their relationships, their expression, their self-expression. Let's see. I'm going to get one more card from here. To be fair. And as you can see, she's holding the scales. So like Libra scales. And then there's an owl on top of her head. This is a very interesting card. To be fair. Okay. I feel like right now, Capricorn, your person might feel is definitely kind of feeling at odds, but they're living in the present moment. They're learning how to live in the present moment so that they don't have to focus too much on what has happened on the past. They don't want to be, depressed. They don't want to be in that state. And they're not looking so much towards the future because that gives them anxiety. So right now, for them to be fair to themselves, it's about balancing their inner self. Okay, let's get some more information from the Quantum Oracle cards card deck. And this card wants to come out. Back and forth. What is their intention? They keep on going back and forth on how they feel, which direction they want to go in. Just kind of like, to be fair, they're balancing, they're weighing out the scales. So maybe they have a decision to make between two people or two jobs. But they keep on looking, they do look to the past though. What else? Deception. They listened to what other people's thought. They saw the light in you, but they listened to the voice of others. And they might have done you wrong. The honoring path. Huh. Loss. Okay. Capricorn, your person is feeling a great loss. They know that with you, like whatever they did to deceive you or not to believe you, um, they thought they were going down the right path. But then they realized it was a loss and it was already too late. The ship had already sailed. Okay, let's get some more information. Let's go ahead and move on to the Oracle of the Fairies and ask, what does your person's 3D want you to know? Like, where are they emotionally, mentally, or, how do they feel physically towards you? Capricorn. Inner child. The fairies of playfulness remind you to make time to embrace your inner child. Playing keeps us young at heart. Do something silly and fun, but stay safe. Well, this is like a baby fairy up here that she's holding. And to me, it's about growth. It's about focusing on what it is that you do want here and the now. Do you want to be happy? What will make you happy? Is it playing a game out, with your children, or finding that childlike essence of yourself? Because it doesn't matter how old you are, it is okay to play and bring out that inner child, because that inner child really has to emerge in order for true healing to take place. Ask for help. And this is an angel reaching down, providing that help. Angels are celestial beings who protect everyone. And the fairies say now is the time for you to ask for angelic assistance. And you can research. Different angels represent different healing aspects. Like, for instance, Archangel Michael, he represents protection. Archangel Raphael, he's a healing angel. There are certain angels that will, help with finances, help protect animals. So it's about finding the angel for you and for what it is that you're going through at this moment. But this is also saying that this is what your person is focusing on too. You don't always have to ask for help. Asking for help for the angels is like prayer. It's just prayer. It's just direction and the intention behind what it is that you want accomplished. But always remember what it is that you do want, not what you don't want. Okay. Counseling. You heal with kind words, wise advice, and an empathetic ear. I feel like this is just coming up because it's saying, communicate, not only with angels, but communicate with your friends. Bring out that inner child. Go, recently I, did a archery dodgeball. And that was intense, but that was a lot of fun. And then we went and did some axe throwing after. And, things like that, like in the right environment, of course, can bring out different sides of you and bring out that inner child. Protected. You're safe and supported while you change your career. But I feel like this is not only just career, this is whatever situation it is that you or your person is going through, what their 3D wants you to know. Like right now, you're protected, they're protected, and you both have this like wonderful way of helping others. School. The answer that you're seeking involves going to school. Okay, so maybe you're meant to be a teacher. It doesn't necessarily mean that you have to go directly to school. Maybe you met this person in school in the past, and you know, um, hmm, the halo of the stars. I feel like they want you to know that you are their star. Even though you may not feel like your connection is protected, it is. And sometimes we have to seek help from others in order to kind of get the inner wisdom that we need. But spirit and your person is coming through saying it's time to focus, inwardly. Focus on that inner child and healing that inner child. So now let's see what do they see with you and your connection. And we're going to go to the Psychic Tarot Oracle card deck for Capricorn, March 2020. Let's see. Okay. Suffering and silence. Okay. I feel like right now they're not willing to come forward. Throat chakra. They know that they need to communicate, but right now they're kind of better working in the silence, and they know that they have to communicate because we have a 9 here, so that is communication. They're on a mountaintop, they're at a peak, but they see these other peaks and they realize that they have to venture towards it. But see how far that is? It's a long way, so we don't know when they'll be able to come forward, but they really do want to communicate. They want to change and heal what has happened in the past. All right, let's get some more information from the Gateway Oracle cards and just a little bit more information on what do they see with you and your connection with them. Wow, communicating freely. I communicate from the depths of my being. So we have 3 types of communication cards showing up here. Communicate. Rising above. I see only beauty and grace. Okay. Suffering and sad. Okay, one more card. And then I feel like accepting what is. I accept and embrace my inner majesty. Wow, Capricorn, this is beautiful. So I'm going to go back to the deception card. This changed events. And see, events is up top here. And they did not follow their intuition. They listened to somebody else. And they went a different way. They went another path. Right? They went back and forth, but they decided to go with what somebody else said. But over time, they've realized that that wasn't the right direction that they should have went in. They should have never listened. Right? So they've been suffering in silence. They have nobody that they can communicate this with. Especially if they're in another relationship, or, still living by their family's old beliefs, whatever it may be. Your person's coming through and saying what they see in the future with your connection is that they really want to communicate what has happened in the past, how they feel, their expression. They want to rise above and just accept what is, even though that they couldn't accept what was when you were together then. If that makes sense. That was beautiful. Wow. All right. So I'm going to go ahead and ask Spirit, what does your person's higher self want you to know? Capricorn, I'm going to switch over to the Twin Flame Journey Tarot. And what does your person's higher self want you to know? From Capricorn. Message of love. It's a masculine figure standing under a heart-shaped tree. Oh, that's beautiful. Okay. Woo. Activation, the Fool. Okay. I'm just going to pull one more card. Oh, the top card wants to come. Oh, King of Pentacles, stable, holding a baby, holding that new creation. This is such a sweet reading, Capricorn. Okay, so the messages of love is your person coming through again, just saying, this is it. I'm ready to communicate. Even though I might have to climb more mountains just to get there, I am coming. I'm not sure when, because in spirit, everybody has free will and they're going through their own thing. But this is really coming through, showing that, they're ready for new beginnings, because that's what the Fool comes up for. But they've been activated to this new being, this new way of life, and they know that you're the one that they want. They want to move forward. They want to create a stable future. They want a better path with you. They're consciously manifesting this. But remember, right? They're here and now. Where was it? Back and forth. They're inside themselves. They're suffering in silence. Remember, they're suffering in silence. So all of this, they're all keeping to themselves. All right, let's get some Twin Flame Messages, Volume 2. Some more information just to kind of, what does your person's higher self want you to know? I'm sorry I couldn't follow through with my promises. It really was me, not you. Sometimes we go through like old belief systems that weren't our own. You are irreplaceable. I feel like they felt like they needed to just kind of go off on their own. Like what they had with you was just so rare that they didn't know what to do, and they felt like, I don't know, they freaked out. Am I good enough for you? Yeah, they didn't feel good enough because they're living in old beliefs. They need to do that inner child work. All right, one more card. I'm like, so many want to pop out. Okay. That's way too many cards. One more. Okay, 2. I'll settle with 2, even though they wanted more. I'm sorry I held myself back with you. I feel a special bond with you that I've never felt before. They just really want to communicate, because multiple cards just wanted to come out. They are rising above. Know that, things take time here on Earth, and they are working towards bringing you a message of love. But see, they're standing alone right now, dreaming of a future. Remember that. All right, let's get one final message from Spirit from the Lover's Oracle card deck. And for Capricorn, March. Oh, I feel like this one. Oh, and here we go again. We have a heart right on the throat chakra. My beloved, though we may be physically apart, spiritually we are always united. For love transcends space and time, nothing is missing. Well, Capricorn, that was beautiful. Thank you so much for joining me today, and I hope you received all the messages that you were seeking. And if you enjoyed this reading, be sure to like, share, and subscribe. Then click on that bell button to stay up to date on my latest videos. I'll see you next time. Have a great day.